Hello geometry students, this is Mr. Salas coming to you live from a top secret location. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Hopefully you had a good weekend. This series of videos will cover the Unit 5 study guide. Now, let's go ahead and get started with number one. Number one says, a particular cylinder has a radius r and height h. Write an expression for the volume of this cylinder in terms of R and H. Well, this is just telling you that we have any cylinder. In this case, let's say this is our cylinder. If I wanted to calculate the volume using the radius and height, what would it be? What would be the volume formula for this cylinder? So our volume formula is V is equal to well, the bottom base, if you look at the bottom base of this cup, I'm not going to tilt it because I'm going to spill my drink. But the bottom base of this drink is round. It's a circle. So the bottom area of that circle is pi r squared. And then the height, well, is just the h. So we're just going to put times h. And there we go. That's all we have to do for part A. Part B says, what is the height of the cylinder whose volume is 16 cubic units and whose radius is 3 units. So using the same formula, V is equal to, well, hold on. Before I even continue writing things down, they told me that the volume is 16 cubic units. Uh-oh, that sounds like someone's making a mess. 16 pi is equal to pi times r. Did they give us the radius? Yes, they did. The radius is 3 units. So the radius is going to be 3 squared times h. We're going to go ahead and solve for h. Okay? If I'm solving for h, what I need to do now is I need to simplify this side right here. Okay? That leads me to 16 pi is equal to 9 pi times h. If I want to solve for h, I'm going to divide by 9 pi. Divide by 9 pi. The 9 pi's get canceled out, and I get that h is equal to, by the way, these pi's also get canceled out, 16 over 9. Now, I left it as a fraction, but I would like for you to go ahead, type it into your calculators, and leave it with 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place. Okay, so I'm going to leave that for you to do in class. Type it into your calculator, 16 divided by 9, and tell me what the height is, okay? All right, part C. What is the radius of a cylinder whose volume is 16 cubic units and whose height is 3 units? So, V is equal to, 16 pi, because that's our volume, is equal to pi times r squared times the height, which is 3. Okay? I'm going to divide by 3 pi on both sides. Divide by 3 pi. Divide by 3 pi. The 3 and the pi get canceled out on this side. And I get a little arrow to symbolize that I'm moving this way. I get r squared is equal to, the pi's get canceled out on the left. I get 16 over 3. If I want to get rid of that power of 2, I got to take the square root of both sides. So r is going to be equal to the square root of 16 over 3. Again, I need you to find those r and h values. Okay? Type them into the calculator and you should get decimal places. Let me know if you have any questions. That is it for number one. I'll see you in the next video.